are back at the Digi-Social. It is the week of June 18th. Vitamin Water is sponsoring this episode. Not really, but if you want to, DM me. So we're gonna go ahead and kick it off with the viewed, streamed, digital content of the week. So Netflix has a new original movie, a new OG movie, and it's called Set It Up. It's starring Lucy Liu, Zoe Deutsch, and Pete Davidson. You know Pete Davidson, Ariana Grande's person, which, by the way, from the time their relationship started to when they got engaged and moved in together, I don't even think I've done laundry, and I've only washed my hair like twice. So this has been a really quick relationship, yeah? Either that or I'm really, really dirty. So this is one of the more talked about Netflix original movies because it's been trending on Twitter. It's a total hit. People are loving it. Fans on Twitter are saying the rom-com genre is alive and well. The genre has mostly disappeared in the last decade, probably because people only care about Marvel except me, and also Jennifer Aniston has been really busy. But this movie is a rom-com. It's like a modern rom-com. It's about two assistants in the city, and they get their bosses together so that they get more time off. They want their bosses to get off their backs, so they make their bosses like hook up and fall in love. And Collider, they actually said that this movie doesn't reinvent the genre, but it just reminds us of why we've missed it so much. I love rom-com. Any rom-com made in the early 2000s or before is great. After... So the trending topic on Twitter, of course, was the MTV Movie Awards 2018. And it was a pretty smooth award show, you know, as far as an MTV award show. Of course, Stranger Things prevailed. I hope they get some Emmy love because they didn't get any last year, and I'm still just really bitter because it was a phenomenon. But I do want to know, you know, what about 13 Reasons Why? Because season 2, in my opinion, was just as good as season 1. And 13 Reasons Why has barely gotten any award love, like, at all. And I don't really understand. It was the most streamed show on Netflix, the most streamed show ever. Now, Michael B. Jordan won for Best Villain. I want to shout him out for a few things, not because he won Best Villain, because the movie was kind of whatever to me, but one, because he's hot, and two, because he called out someone other than Trump. He called out Roseanne, and we're going to cut to a clip. It was hilarious.
I'm shocked that I won this award for Best Villain. You know, I thought for sure Roseanne had that in the bag, you know?
Turns out when she takes Ambien, she becomes a racist, except for Ambien doesn't make you racist. It just makes you tired. And then also Chris Pratt won the Generation Award. He gave out 9 Chris Pratt tips, just tips for life. The first one was breathe. If you don't, you'll suffocate. And I don't think he meant that literally. You know, the universe is in control, so we should just breathe. It's gonna be okay. And then he also said, people are going to say you are perfect just the way you are. You're not. You are imperfect. You always will be. And I don't think he was just being a douchebag here. I think he just meant like we're all imperfect and we're perfectly imperfect. And if we could accept that we are imperfect and accept that others are imperfect, the world would be a better place. So the do-gooder of the week is the Pinkett Smith family, because they have Red Table Talk, and they're sitting at the Red Table on Facebook, and it's the new talk show for every generation. So Jada Pinkett Smith sits down with her mother and her daughter to talk about everything. And every episode has over 1 million views, some hitting almost 10 million views, and season 1 just was extended for another 13 more episodes. Networks have attempted to buy Red Table Talk, and Jada said no. You know why? Because she is in control. On Facebook, she's in control of the creative, she's in control of the content, she's in control of the pacing, she can show up however she wants, whenever she wants. They're kind of changing the meaning of talk shows, and they're also proving that if you build it, they will come, no matter where it is. And also, if you're part of the Pinkett Smith family, they're probably gonna come. But these ladies, they reveal every single episode, which is what a talk show is all about. If you don't know the host, why do you even care about the show? Like, I feel like you guys know me, right? Like, tweet me at Hey Haley and tell me something you've learned about me since I've been doing the Digi-Social. And if you've learned nothing, I'm gonna be really upset. On Red Table Talk, they talk about sex, grief, body image, mental health, and the most enlightening episode is when Willow and Jaden Smith were both on, and they admitted that they had wished their parents did a better job at shielding them from the pressures of fame at such a young age. They also wish that their parents had kind of looked deeper into the values of the industry people that was surrounding them at the time when they got their start. And Jada kind of responded. She was very upset, very emotional that her kids had this resentment towards her and Will, but she said that it was just survival mentality that her and Will were thinking, you know, if they're this successful at this young of an age, they're set for life. They're not going to need us. So this is just more proof that, you know, parents, talk to your kids. You may think you're doing the right thing, but your kids may not be very happy inside. And then also, kids, talk to your parents. Let them know how you're feeling, especially when it comes to your mental health. We have 2 bonus topics because there were 2 stories that came out today that were just so outrageous and weird that I just had to talk about them. First of all, Trump says that Canadians are smuggling sneakers across the US borders. Out of all the things that are going on in the world, this is what we're concerned about. Actually, I kind of like it because I'm kind of so sick of everything else. It's so serious and depressing all the time. So if we want to talk about sneaker smuggling, we should hashtag sneaker smuggling. Also, it's not the worst thing to smuggle. Anyway, so this morning on the Wendy Williams show, Wendy Williams came out and she said that Kanye West just this week has tweeted 112 times. And she thinks that he hasn't been the same ever since his breakdown. He came out and said he actually had an opioid addiction, which no one really knew about, but it is a huge problem in the US. And she says that he actually hasn't really ever been the same since that, and I do kind of agree, even though he's still a creative innovator, and lately he has been saying some things that I kind of agree with. Sorry, not sorry. But then she came out and said, actually, Kanye hasn't been the same since Kim, since he got with Kim, and the whole audience booed her. And she was like, wait a minute, I'm just saying that when you start dating a reality star, even you could be the most famous person and your fame will rise. The frenzy will rise, the paparazzi will rise. So let us know, do you think that Kim has something to do with Kanye's breakdown? I think Kanye's his own person. If he wants to break down, he's gonna break down. Anyway, I'm not gonna have a breakdown. Not today. So we'll see you next week on the Digi-Social.